It keeps a defense from substituting, and it keeps them from being able to make calls from the sidelines.
Play clock down to 1. Garcia just got it away, and now completes to Owens. Still on his feet. Terrell Owens takes a hit and goes in for the touchdown.
Well, there's what we're talking about. Anytime that Jason Sehorn is going to be left one-on-one on Terrell Owens, you've got to find him. And Jeff Garcia on this drive has done a heck of a lot better job than what he had done earlier.
Well, right now, the 49ers are going to line up and go for 2.
Yeah, they're going to try to go for 2 to make it 38-22 and a 16-point difference. So then it's a 2-score or 2-possession game, and that's their thought here. And right now, they got Garrison Hurst spread wide. They went over there and got him covered.
Quick throw, and it's Owens. Penalty flag on the play.
And that may be on Omar Stoutmire coming in late and hitting Jeff Garcia.
So it is a 16-point game if the play stands, and it appears it will. This will be assessed on the kickoff.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Number 23 defense. The extra point is good. The 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Here's a 2-point conversion, and really just a nice throw. Good coverage by Peterson, but Terrell Owens does a good job. And here's the hit on Garcia. Omar Stoutmire right there, helmet to helmet. It doesn't look like much, but helmet to helmet, you get the call every time.
Mike Strahan saying to Terrell Owens, you want to strut? Well, while you strut, look up at the scoreboard. It's 38-22.
I'm really surprised, though, that the Giants didn't make an adjustment on that drive. All the way through that drive, they essentially just stayed in their man coverage on Terrell Owens. And Terrell Owens is saying, listen, anytime, I don't care who it is out there, whether it's Will Allen, Will Peterson, Jason Sehorn, if I'm one-on-one, you throw me the football, because, Troy, those big-bodied guys, they don't have to be wide open. They just can use it like a rebounder in basketball to screen off the defender, and you can get that football in there.
Yeah, he's pleading to Jeff to get him the football. Jeff told us yesterday he would not force balls to Terrell Owens unless it got late in the game. I think now's the time.
49ers play it straight, kick it away, and taking a knee is Delvin Joyce.
And that was really a mistake by the 49ers on that kickoff. They got the 15 yards and didn't do anything with it, just kicked it into the end zone.
Their big 3 have been busy today. Crowd back in it. First down, it's Barber, tripped up in the backfield. It's one of the backup safeties, John Keith.
Well, the 49ers come down with an 8th man in the box, John Keith, and he's going to come. You see him right here. He drops down in there, and you see Rich Seibert, who pulls, and he just takes a bad angle on him. John Keith's able to make the play. And right now, the 49ers are betting that the Giants are going to try to run the football, and they're stacking the line.
2nd and 11. That's Shockey, and that's out of his reach.
Well, Kerry Collins picked the right guy. He saw Julian Peterson one-on-one with Jeremy Shockey. And you're just going to take that matchup all day long. There's really no way that Peterson should be able to stay with him, but Kerry overthrew that one. It's kind of a safe throw where I thought he had an opportunity to get it in.
And right now, this crowd has gotten back into this game, and the Giants just have to take a deep breath and try to slow the pace of the game down and not start pressing.
Yet they're faced with 3rd and 11. Collins, no more time. A coverage sack for the 49ers.
Well, he had Darryl Jones outside one-on-one with a Med Plummer, and he had a chance to kind of cut it loose, but you can see right here that Kerry Collins just did not have the confidence in Darryl Jones to cut it loose. And, of course, there you've got Mike Rumpf underneath, double coverage over the top, no chance there.
First 3 and out for the Giants all day. And now a punt from Matt Allen, who has struggled. Penalty flag on the punt. And Sutherland on a fair catch takes a hit. And they'll throw a flag. 2 flags on this play. 2 different fouls.
Earlier in the day, we saw what looked like a blowout by the Cleveland Browns completely turn around. And boy, has the momentum shifted in this one.
Only a 29-yard punt from Matt Allen. Well, the 1 foul's easy. That was Sutherland took a hit.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Illegal motion on a kicking team. That penalty is declined. At the end of the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 55. That penalty is accepted. 15 yards and a first down.
Dhani Jones is guilty of that hit on a fair catch by Sutherland.
I'll tell you what, though, Sutherland, after the fair catch, took 2 or 3 steps forward.
Yeah,
and you're not allowed to do that either.
Yeah, but Dhani Jones has got to know that he put the arm up and get out of his way. Obviously, Dhani Jones wasn't trying to make a tackle on him.
I just think he got confused when he saw him take a couple of steps, but clearly Sutherland was just stumbling and trying to catch his feet. But you're not allowed to do a fair catch and then take off running. That's a foul on you.
Well, this could become a game again here in a hurry as the 49ers have it at the Giants 27.
Yeah, and the fact that the 49ers went for the 2-point conversion to cut the lead to 16 is pretty big right now with great field position.
Right back to the air. That's Beasley, the fullback. Forced out by Short, gain of 2.
And we talked about it a little bit earlier, but Scott Gregg, the right tackle, has been going against Strahan one-on-one all day long, and Michael Strahan has not gotten even close to Jeff Garcia. And Scott Gregg, 6'8", 325 pounds. He's just a big man, and he's done a nice job of blocking out one of the premier pass rushers in this game.
And they had an out and up to Terrell Owens that time, and he slipped and almost fell.
2nd down and 7. Garcia drops it. Off to a receiver, Stokes, and he's out of bounds with a first down at the 14. And this crowd is smelling it.
And Jeff Garcia in this hurry-up offense is really making some great reads down the field that time. That time he caught Brandon Short one-on-one with the wide receiver, and he picked it up. It's really a mismatch.
That 10-yard completion to Stokes gives the 49ers a first down. It ends the 3rd quarter, and San Francisco smelling comeback. 38-22 after 3. The NFL on Fox will continue after a word from your local Fox station. Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers came back from down 17 earlier today to win 36-33 at home over Cleveland. Playoff history for the 49ers. 1-13 when trailing after 3 quarters. Chris Collinsworth was involved in the 1. Look at that. What a fake. Garcia. Touchdown, San Francisco. For 2 before, and they'll go for 2 again.
Well, again, they run the fake handoff, and right there, the end comes crashing down. They got the block on the outside by J.J. Stokes. That was easy.
That's Byron Fresh in the game, taking the place of the injured Kenny Holmes. Going for 2, the 49ers. Garcia fires and connects with Owens again. That scoreboard doesn't look as good to Strahan now.
Boy, Terrell Owens did a tremendous job on a scramble drill situation here. Something that Dwight Clark made the catch with earlier in his career. Watch him just stay alive. Garcia buys some time moving around the pocket. It cuts this thing down to 8. Garcia really the key on the play, though, able to keep it alive, find some time, and then find Owens. And Troy, I thought what was so key on the touchdown was it wasn't a bootleg action that came out of that. Going to check out the block on the outside by J.J. Stokes, but it was a fake to the front side, and then he kept going. A very unusual play in the NFL.
Yeah, and by making the fake that way, it allowed Jeff Garcia to get on the corner much faster than he would have if he had run the naked. And the best thing, other than getting the points and cutting this lead to 8 points, is that now, with that drive, this 49er defense has been given the opportunity to rest, which is something they were not able to do in the first half.
Chandler kicks it away. This is Delvin Joyce from the 5. Good return by Joyce out near the 35. Terrell Owens making the grab on the 2-point conversion. And we look at another 81, Amani Toomer, who heads back to work as the Giants get the ball back. 3 touchdown receptions on the afternoon. 131 yards on 7 catches.
This day's a long way from being over. This offense here has got to do something to take some of the momentum away from this 49er team.
And I thought they got too conservative on that last drive.
Tiki Barber, nowhere to go.
I'll tell you, that's just not right. That's not the right strategy if you want to get this crowd out of the game. They're up there stacking the line of scrimmage. You've been beating them down the field all day long. Now you're putting yourself in 2nd and long situations. You have to hit a play here to get this crowd out.
2nd down and 11. That's Campbell. Short gain. Nice tackle by Rumpf.
Well, and right now what happens a lot is you see Johnny Lynn, the defensive coordinator, talking to his defense, knowing that they've got to pick up their play. They cannot allow the 49er offense, when they get the ball, to run through them again. But you're seeing right now from this Giants offense is Kerry Collins is dropping back and he's getting rid of the football. And I don't know that he's taking time to let things develop. And that's what tends to happen when you start getting in pressure situations.
Shockey's flanked out a little bit here.
Nearly picked off by Hurd as Collins threw off his back foot. He had Shockey open. Dixon back in the game was open for a moment, but a rare errant throw from Kerry Collins.
And I think he wanted to go to Jeremy Shockey, but Derek Smith, the middle linebacker, was sitting there right in the middle of the field, and so it forced Kerry Collins to come out wide, and he nearly threw that one away.
Yeah, and you saw him throwing off his back foot, and sometimes, you know, as we said, he can make all the throws. Sometimes he relies on that a little too much. He had Dixon, was unable to get him the football.
Matt Allen to punt. Good punt. Very good punt. And a fair catch called for inside the 20 by Sutherland. Julian Peterson of the San Francisco defense. They have come alive. A couple changes up front for the Giants along the defensive line. Kenny Holmes back in. Lance Legree out. Frank Ferrara in. Along with Griffin and Strahan. Starting from their own 18, down by 8. Johnson, the tight end, takes a hit from Stoutmire and makes a good tackle.
Yeah, that's great closing speed there by Omar Stoutmire, getting over to make that play.
Shockey's not the only long-haired tight end who can get hot along the sideline for the Giants. Look at the drop kick
and it's
from Campbell.
Jeremy looked like he kind of liked it.
Dan Campbell almost drop kicked that helmet into a teammate's head. On second down, Owens. First down. Just shy of the 44.
That's just tremendous by Terrell Owens. Just staying alive. He fakes to the outside. The linebacker short is going to try and jump him, and he just jumps back to the inside. They're just playing some one-on-one games on the outside right now.
Garcia just throws it away. Well outside the pocket, got the ball past the line of scrimmage. Second down. Strahan with pressure on that play.
Well, he's finally able to get a little bit of pressure, but only because Garcia started moving that way. And so far, Garcia has been able to step up in the pocket and buy himself some time. He tries coming outside this time, but he's been the difference as far as just creating some lanes and throwing the football. And what I like is when the clock has been running, even though they're only a touchdown behind, they've continued to go into the no huddle, which has given them a lot of success here in the second half.
They just huddled up there, though. Gave the Giants a chance to breathe.
On second down and 10. Garcia buys more time, fires, has his man. Catch is made by Cedric Wilson. And a first down. The ball came out at the end of the play. And the officials have not made any call as to who has possession. They huddle and now will call timeout, and the referee, Ron Winter, will try to find out what took place. Remember, Wilson muffed a punt earlier. The ball came out, and the Giants said that they recovered, but they have not made a call on the field.
We've got to see where his knee is. The knee's there. The ball's still in his possession. That's 49er football.
And that's the call that they just made on the field.
And as you see here, they're not huddling. They're going to the line of scrimmage. They're making the call.
And that forced Jim Fossil to throw the flag without really getting a chance to watch the replays. If he had had a chance to see the replays, I think he would have not taken a chance on blowing a timeout. I don't think there's any question. The knee comes down before the ball's out. Right there, his knee's down. The ball is still in his possession. 49er football. Good call by the officials.
The ball is at the Giants 38. And Jim Fossil is getting an explanation from Ron Winter, the referee.
I think what he's saying is that once the whistle blows and we blew the whistle, there is no challenge.
The runner's down by contact. By rule, the play cannot be challenged. Play results in a first down.
Got the call right, and in essence, Jim Fossil is arguing it works out to the Giants' benefit because it won't cost him a timeout.
That's exactly right. I think when it's all said and done, and I know Jim is very upset here, but I think when it's all said and done, he has a chance to go back and look at this, then he's going to realize this is working in his favor, and it's going to save him a timeout, because this clearly would still be the 49ers' ball.
So they return that challenge red flag, and it's first down for San Francisco, down 8, and nearly stepping in front for a pick was Sean Williams.
And Jeff Garcia is certainly a very good drop back quarterback. But to me, the difference in this football game, when the 49ers have been getting something going on the offensive side, is when he's been on the move, either out of the pocket, stepping up, presenting the run-pass threat, because these receivers are so good at staying alive in that scramble drill down the situation, down the field. Keep getting him outside the pocket.
Second and 10. That's Johnson, the tight end. And the catch is made about a yard shy of a first down.
And this is interesting here. Even though it's going to be third and very short, they are still not huddling up. Jeff will be making this call from the line.
And Garcia keeps it on a snake. And it certainly doesn't look like he got enough from where the officials are running in to spot the football. And And this will bring up a decision. It is fourth down, and it appears it is. It is fourth down. Do you try for the field goal or go for the first down? There's almost 11 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
You know, maybe a little bit of it has to do with how healthy they think Jeff Chandler is.
And how much confidence the 49ers have in him.
Well, they're bringing in their third down back, Fred Beasley. Remember, he's the one who carried it on fourth down and was unable to make the first down earlier.
And because of the decision, the 49ers have to burn a timeout. He had it on ice, had it heavily wrapped, and they'll go for it for the second time today on 4th and 1. Unsuccessful the first time. Garcia dumps it. The catch is made, and it's a first down, 49ers. Ty Streets.
Boy, I tell you what, how cool is Jeff Garcia? 4th and 1, game on the line. He finds his fourth receiver. He literally is going to look from one side of the field to the other and still manages to find the fourth guy open for the first down. Great single-handed play by Jeff Garcia.
What was a 38-14 Giants lead, 24 points, is down to 8. Garcia has not been sacked today. And we'll have a timeout called by the Giants, taking it on defense. First down, San Francisco. Steve Mariucci's 49ers coming alive in the second half. Down by 8, under 10 to play. First down. Garcia on the move, hits his receiver Streets. And Streets will be marked down at the 20. Ron Stone, who already has been bothered by an ankle sprain, comes limping off the field. Kyle Kosier comes off the bench.
Well, one of the good things about the last couple of weeks, while they were trying to rest some of their offensive linemen up front like Stone and Deese, guys like Kosier have been able to come in the game and get some experience, so it's not going to be that big of a reach for them.
And of course, Matt Willig is already at left tackle.
Taking over for the injured Deese. Garcia hit as he throws, and the pass is incomplete. Owens, the intended receiver, and Brandon Short. The 49ers marched it down, got it in the end zone, and on their last 2 touchdowns, that followed them up with 2-point conversions.
And that Shockey play seemed so insignificant at the time.
Third down and 5. Pass is complete for a first down to Owens.
Tell you what, they keep matching up Jason Sehorn inside when Terrell Owens lines up in the slot. And when Terrell Owens comes off the ball and just runs away from Jason Sehorn, he cannot keep up with him. This is not even close. If that ball's out in front of him, Terrell Owens may even score on the play.
They're using that stack formation, so they're not able to get a jam on him either.
From the 11. End zone. Incomplete. Owens got a hand on it, and Troy's shaking his head because Sehorn's on him again.
Well, they got to get him some help because it's obvious right now that Sehorn is completely confused and he's not being able to play Terrell Owens, which you're talking about one of the best receivers in the game of football, if not the best player. And one-on-one, it's a big task to ask, and Terrell Owens getting the better of this one right now.
Well, and the other thing they're doing is they're putting Owens in motion or stacking him, so he's getting the clean release off the ball, and then when you get down the field, a very difficult matchup for Sehorn.
Second down and 10. Beasley, the fullback, on a change-up call. Ball's forward to the 8. And it'll be third down, and by the way, the 49ers can get a first down without getting the ball into the end zone.
And I don't know if I've seen more tired defenders on a football field than what I'm seeing out of the Giants right now. These guys are just absolutely gassed. The pass rush isn't getting there. They're kind of leaning on people. The secondary is getting tired. This is a tired defense trying to hang in.
Third and 6. Garcia out of trouble, throws it away. And now it's fourth down, and now you have to bring the field goal unit onto the field.
I tell you what, once Garcia steps up and he starts moving out to the right, he had a lot of room to run the football. He might have been able to run that in himself, but I can tell you that It puts tremendous amount of pressure on these defensive backs when they see the quarterback with time to throw, knowing that they've got to maintain the coverage.
I think he walks in the corner of the end zone. If he takes off, that defensive lineman wasn't going to catch him.
25-yard try from Chandler. 8 out of 12 on the season. No problems, bad left ankle and all. That means it's a 5-point game. 7:49 left in what's turning out to be a thrilling game in San Francisco. Jeff Garcia has just been on fire, moving the 49ers up and down the field like Collins was doing with the Giants in the first half. 25-yarder from Chandler's good to make it a 5-point game. Short kick, very short, and Joyce on the run takes it at the 20. Decent field position at the 36 for the Giants. Up above, these stunning views of the Bay Area in today's NFC wildcard game, courtesy of the Saturn Lightship. Saturn and its retailers hope you're enjoying Fox's coverage of today's game. Hello. What looked like a blowout in a steamroller type day for this Giants offense has turned into a nail biter, a 5-point difference, and the Giants now on offense forced to go back to work. They've done nothing lately. Pass is complete to Shockey.
Well, this drive right here is going to test these offensive players for the Giants, and it's also going to test Jim Fossil in how he's going to call this series of plays. And I like that he comes out on first down and gets the ball into Shockey, and now they're in second and short. It opens up a lot of things that you can do from a play calling perspective.
2nd and 4. Total yards dead even. Barber tiptoes and fights forward for what appears to be a first down. Brought down right at the marker, a good spot. It looked like Barber got the first down, and he did.
Give Jim Morris some credit, though. His shift in defensive philosophy away from the man-to-man coverage and back into this cover 2 zone has really slowed down the passing game. The problem is that allows you to run the football. So this may well be a time for Tiki Barber to start taking over the game, running the ball.
Campbell out of the backfield, and Dan, who was last seen kicking his helmet along the sideline, has a 9-yard pickup brought down by Mike Rumpf.
And that's the big key, is what they're doing right now on first down is they're staying ahead of the game and just thinking about moving the chains. On that first down play earlier, they pick up 6-7 yards. Here they pick up 9 yards. Actually, they pick up 10 yards to get a first down. And so they're doing a nice job of staying ahead in the down and distance.
Jim Morris Sr. watching his son's defense try and stop the Giants again. First down, New York. Barber right up the gut. Big hole up the middle, covers up the football, and has another first down.
Well, that time the 49ers came with a blitz, and Tiki Barber was able to hit it just right up the gut. They bring the pressure off the corner, and Derek Smith literally runs himself right out of the play trying to cover for the stunt down inside.
I think one of the things that the Giants are going to be doing right now is they're going to be keeping their eye. That's why they're still in the huddle. They're keeping their eye on the 25-second clock. Right now it's at 14, and counting down and try to take as much time off this clock as they can.
See if they keep it on the ground on first down. They do. Barber covers up, and he's brought down by Bryant Young. No gain on the play.
Jim Mora won the guessing game that time because they were back in their man coverage and brought the 8th man up in the box. I think Kerry Collins has to be willing in that situation when he sees that man-to-man coverage on the outside to check to a pass, because these guys have not been able to cover these Giants receivers man-to-man all day. Now they're back in the zone.
That's Shockey up top on second down, and Collins goes right to him, and he fights for the ball again and gets it. Brought down inside the 25.
And that is a great throw by Kerry Collins. Mike Rumpf goes to jump that, and if he leads him on the throw, there's a good chance this one's intercepted. He reads the play. He throws it to his backside. And Jeremy Shockey, being the athlete that he is able to snag that ball.
That may have been a pretty good throw. That was one unbelievable catch. That guy's hands are so strong. He gets hit and catches more balls than anybody I've seen in a long time.
3rd and 2. Barber. Looked to be short of the first down. He is. By about a yard.
Yeah, and that's an area of this offensive line that they have struggled. They just have not really been able to move people out in the running game, and it's hurt them in these short yardage situations, not only today, but over the season.
Now Barber's slow in getting up after the play. They've stopped the clock because of the injury.
Boy, this is going to be one major decision for Jim Fossil if this is not a first down as they have it marked. Do you go for the field goal and try and make it 8, or do you go for the first down and try and run out the clock?
Boy, by the way they marked the football, this is not a first down.
No, it doesn't
not
look
even
like
close.
It would be. And you know, Chris, to answer your question, if it's me, I say, hey, the 49ers have to score a touchdown anyway if they're going to win this game, and I say you go for it and try to pick this first down up and win the game.
But as it is, Matt Bryant's coming out.
Yeah, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to agree with Jim Fossil on this one, because even if they score a touchdown coming back the other way, they still have to hit the 2-point conversion to beat you as long as Matt Bryant can make this one. You miss it, though, the 49ers get great field position.
Second worst percentage in the league from this distance, this range, 42-yard try. Awful. Yanked wide left. Bad snap. Allen got it up, and Bryant hooked it left.
And I think that's another reason why you go for it and try to pick up the first down. They've had problems with snaps. They've had problems with holds. They've not been consistent kicking the football. Right now, as you mentioned, Chris, they give the 49ers good field position, and I don't know, you'd like to have a little confidence in your group that on 4th and 1 you can pick that up, and had they have gone for it and made it, they're able to win this football game.
Well, that's just a choke shot right there by Matt Bryant. That's as close to a shank as you can get.
Well, they bring in Trey Junkin, who's been in the league 19 years during the week, signed him as a long snapper. There was question as to whether Boger would stay as the kick center. They went with Junkin, and he just unleashed a bad one. Now down by 5. Garcia steps up, throws, and hits. That's Williams making a strong tackle on J.J. Stokes.
And the good thing is that Sean Williams was able to keep J.J. Stokes from getting out of bounds. So the clock is still running, but a good tackle by Sean Williams and not allowing J.J. Stokes to get any more yardage or get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Each side with 2 timeouts remaining. 2nd down and 6. That ball skipped in, incomplete, with Streets the intended receiver.
And I don't know what Jeff Garcia is doing. I really don't. You've got Terrell Owens on the outside. Jason Sehorn playing off coverage. He was wide open. It was an easy pitch and catch. I know you want to try and distribute the football, but it's down to championship time. And right now, when you get this kind of a coverage on your star player, you've got to throw him the football.
The best team in the league during the season on 3rd down, the 49ers. 4 of 11 on 3rd down today.
There's Terrell Owens.
3rd and 6. Pass is caught. There's Terrell Owens, and there's a first down.
Yeah, Will Peterson that time on Terrell Owens, and pretty physical, holding him up at the line of scrimmage, but Terrell's such a big physical guy that it takes more than that in order to keep him from getting separation.
This 2-minute warning hits at a good time for the Giants defense, giving them a chance to catch their breath. The 49ers on the move again, down by 5. And see Conan O'Brien go wild on Andy Richter. The wildest Sunday of the season starts next, except on the West Coast, right here on Fox. From their own 43, first down. Garcia lets it fly, and it's out of the reach of Ty Streets.
Well, he had him too. He had a chance at Ty Streets. Ty Streets had a step again on Jason Sehorn, and Jeff Garcia just pulls it a little bit and is unable to get him the ball. And better look, but he's got 3 steps on Sehorn.
You know, but Terrell Owens again was one-on-one and open, running across the middle of the field. I guess they're thinking they'd rather have Sehorn on anybody rather than Terrell Owens on anybody.
Second down and 10. Pass complete to Johnson, the tight end. He's at midfield. 3 yards shy of a first down. Again, the 49ers with 2 timeouts remaining.
And right now, this Giants pass rush is just not getting the job done. They haven't sacked Garcia all day long, and they're playing against 2 backups in there.
Third down and 3. Quick setup, and left alone is Johnson, the tight end. Down the sidelines and out of bounds inside the 30.
Troy, that's probably the most basic play in the NFL playbook. A slant, and the tight end released into the flat, and what happened was the corner, Will Peterson, runs underneath to the slant, and nobody is out there on the tight end Johnson.
Well, it looked like Will Peterson is playing man. Everyone else was playing zone. That's why it opens up that spot. Nobody there to make the play. That should have been Will Peterson, that is. It should have been there.
From the 25, Garcia. Jeff Garcia. First down, San Francisco. Garcia's going to spend a timeout. You see the Giants defenders standing around with their hands on their hips, sucking wind, but they get a break.
You see the man-to-man coverage right here. Everybody's locked up, and that's what creates the space for Garcia to get up inside, move. All the defenders have their backs to
Watch
Garcia.
this one right here. Mike Barrow is in man coverage and is turning and running away from Garcia as he's running down the field. He never even sees him coming.
And once he does, Garrison Hurst, who he was covering, turns back around and makes the block, which allows Garcia to get up a little bit more. Did you see it right there? Right here's the block that Garrison Hurst puts on him.
Tremendous play, though, by Sean Williams. Once I saw that block, I thought it was either going to be a clip or a touchdown, and Sean Williams just came flying out of nowhere to save it. That is one great tackle because he really didn't have the angle at all on Garcia, who runs pretty well.
The ball at the 13. First down, San Francisco. 1:10 left. Garcia fires, and it's incomplete. Stokes, the intended receiver. Should the 49ers come back in this game, it would be the second biggest playoff comeback victory in NFL history and tied for the 5th biggest comeback overall. You know what the biggest comeback was?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills coming back to beat Houston 41-38 back in '93, and Warren Moon, who was the quarterback for the Oilers, is here at this stadium today doing the radio call.
Yes, he was. I saw him before the game, and we wound up beating Buffalo that year in the Super Bowl.
Second down and 10. Garcia fires. Touchdown 49ers. They've come all the way back. It's Streets. comes in after the play.
And Terrell Owens on that play after the touchdown started taunting Sean Williams, and Sean Williams attacked him. I don't know if they're going to see the TO taunt, which is going to lead to a penalty, but then if Sean Williams doesn't react to it, they're going to gain 15 yards on the play.
So the touchdown will stand. It was after the play. And the question is, who will be flagged? What part did they see?
They're still going at it. They need to get Sean Williams out of there.
If it's against the 49ers, well, we'll just wait and see. But Sean Williams did climb back toward Terrell Owens, and now Owens is looking at the 49ers sideline saying, everybody calm down, and I think he's talking to himself more than anyone. So here's the call from Ron Winter.
Two separate fouls on the play. Number 81, offense, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 36, unnecessary roughness, defense. Those two fouls will offset on the kickoff.
And a huge mistake by Sean Williams, because that 15 yards would have just been invaluable. Jeff Garcia did a fantastic job on this one. Terrell Owens was double teamed to the inside. He found the single receiver, threw it to the outside shoulder of Ty Streets. Just perfect execution by Jeff Garcia. What a second half he's had.
And now going for two yet again. The 49ers 2 for 2 on this today. Trying to make it a 3-point game. And they cannot. Plays dead. And it's a 1-point.
There's another penalty. Terrell Owens, I do not believe it. Terrell Owens with a personal foul.
And then Omar Stoudemire, he gets into the middle of it again as well.
Same exact situation. Same exact situations. If the Giants don't retaliate, they're going to gain 15 yards, and they can't keep their cool. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous for professional football players to blow that situation 2 times in a row. And Terrell Owens, well, we all know that is ridiculous at times.
The ball is dead, the play's dead, and then it's Owens shoving Allen out of bounds. And then Stoudemire comes over and climbs on top of Owens.
So both safeties, and you can't blame them for wanting to defend their teammates, but you've got to understand the situation. And now they're going to go at it again. It's just ridiculous. I mean, you've got to keep your cool out there.
There are 2 separate fouls on this play after the try was over. Unnecessary roughness, number 81, San Francisco. Unnecessary roughness, number 36 of New York. By virtue of his actions, number 36 has disqualified himself.
But, Chris, as you said, he's also cost his team 15 big yards, where all the Giants need is a field goal to possibly win the game. And in essence, the unnecessary roughness by Owens is just erased because of the work that the safeties did for the New York Giants.
That's like getting an interception and turning around and handing the ball back to the guy. It is just so dumb. I can't even get over it. And maybe if it only happened once, the first one you say, all right, they're frustrated. But once it happens once, you don't come back 30 seconds later and do the same stupid thing again.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't think you do it the first time either. And, you know, it's time for these guys to grow up. I mean, they know going into a game, going into a season, that this is a point of emphasis. It's going to be called. You've got to know the coaches talk to you. You've got to be smart and play the game. And dumb players lose football games.
All right, I'm going to settle down now and start focusing in on the game. That makes me nutty. That just makes me nutty because you're killing your football team. You guys work the entire season, and you're going to give it away with something stupid like that.
Chandler with a short kickoff again. This is Delvin Joyce from the 15. Big return from Joyce. And now here are the Giants with a ball outside their own 45. And now here's more junk after the play. unbelievable that would continue.
But at least his teammates here. Now,
well,
Chris Bober's going to beat up his own guy. At least Bober knows what's going on.
Jim Fossil needs to get a hold of this team and get them under control, as does Steve Mariucci, because it's absolutely ridiculous. But to get back to the game, how big is it that the 49ers did not convert and get the two-point conversion? Now, with plenty of time on the clock, 2 timeouts, the Giants can move 20 yards and put themselves in position to win this game.
Starting at their own 48. Pass is complete. Depends on the spot as to whether it's a first down, but it's Ron Dixon.
Terry's having a hard time getting the play out to Jeremy Shockey and these wide receivers.
It was a first down catch by Dixon. The throw for Toomer. A fight for the ball, and the ball comes out. It's incomplete. It looked like Plummer had it for a moment, but it's ruled incomplete.
And the field judge was about to call that one an interception. He was reaching for the beanbag, which would have indicated an interception, and the other 2 officials came in and waved him off.
Well, Monty Toomer does a great job of playing defensive back on this play, and right there you see the ball's got to stay in possession. Ahmed Plummer, and it doesn't. It comes out.
He thought that there was an interception when you throw the beanbag.
Well, he was getting ready to call it an interception, but I don't believe that it was.
Challenge this thing upstairs. You can challenge this. I'm surprised the replay official.
But he never had possession.
Can't do it.
On 2nd down and 10. Now there's a penalty flag.
Absolutely. That is the job of the replay officials upstairs. And had that snap been run before the replay official buzzed in, they could not have reviewed the play.
Well, they should have had some time on the clock then. If they didn't let them run it, there was seconds that came off the clock when they snapped the ball there. If they're going to review this play, they should have had time to the clock.
Delay game. Offense. A penalty. And then 2nd down.
He never had possession, and you could see the point of the football touching the ground. But you go back to a game in Cleveland a few years ago. Remember that whole thing when the buzzer didn't sound in time and that whole controversy?
2nd and 15. Wide open is Dixon. A first down inside the 30, and the Giants will call a timeout. And now the focus goes back on the sideline, and it goes on the place kicker of the Giants, Matt Bryant.
And I tell you what, I do not stop my offense right now. I think that Matt Bryant is still on the very fringe of his range. I'm still playing offense and trying to gain more yardage.
No, I think that they will, but they have time for 1, maybe 2 plays before they're going to have to at least attempt the field goal. Nice job, Ron Dixon, finding a spot in that zone. Kerry Collins hanging in the pocket, getting him the football. Huge play there to put him in a position to at least attempt a field goal if they don't lose any more yards from here.
And the value of having Ron Dixon, the veteran, back in there and not having Darryl Jones in the game.
The ball at the San Francisco 28, 1st and 10. The Giants with 1 timeout left. Collins throws it down the field. Toomer, incomplete. A lot of pressure on Collins, who just threw it up.
Well, Jim Fossil missed on this one because they run a rollout with Kerry Collins and move the pocket, but they move him right into where the blitz was coming. They were coming off the edge, and it's a double move on the outside against Ahmed Plummer with Toomer, and Kerry throws it up, but it gives him no chance. The ball's out of bounds.
But I thought he had Ron Dixon in the flat right away, which had to be the hot read in that situation.
Well, Kerry's got to be smart here. There's only 9 seconds in the game. He could not take much time getting rid of this football.
And if the receiver catches it, he has to get down.
Quick setup and throw. And out of bounds is Toomer. The ball will be marked at the 23-yard line, which would make it roughly a 40-yard field goal try. Coming into this game and during the regular season, Matt Bryant was 9 for 9, attempting field goals in the fourth quarter and overtime, which includes the game winner last week, a 39-yarder.
Well, and just know that based on the rule put in this year, that regardless of whether he makes it or misses, there will be 1 second left on the clock.
San Francisco will spend their final timeout and try to ice Bryant. And how many Giants fans and 49er fans, for that matter, are thinking back to the 1990 NFC Championship game, which took place the 20th of January in '91. Allen will place the ball at the 31, making this a 41-yard try. Trey Junkin snapping it. Snap. Allen couldn't get it down, and now he fires.
Pass interference. They're going to get pass interference on that play.
And even with no time left on the clock, a penalty on the defense will continue the game.
There's another flag down, though, on this side of the field.
Probably had illegal man down the field.
It is an eligible man downfield.
And that offsets.
The 49ers celebrate. Some fans get on the field as the referee, Ron Winter, will give us
an eligible man down the field on the offense, number 65. By rule. The game is over.
Joe, let me tell you the mistake that was made that time by the holder. There was 6 seconds on the clock. It was third down. Once the snap was muffed, if he stands up and throws the ball into the ground, you have an incomplete pass, and they could have had a second opportunity to kick that football. Right now, all you have to do is raise up, spike it down in the ground, and you get a second opportunity right then, right there. A blown job that time by Allen.
adding Trey Junkin during the week. 2 poor snaps, the latest one wide on that 41-yard attempt. And Junkin, who's been in the NFL for 19 years, was in camp with Dallas. 2 poor snaps that may have cost the Giants a chance to advance in the play.